Alright. Okay, sweet. I think we're live. Let's just retweet this. It's kind of impromptu. So yeah. Well, I guess I didn't need to retweet it, but yeah. Alright, let's get the chat open. And we're gonna be rolling. So a new setup. I got the camera up top here, and then I got my mic on this like arm here. So yeah. Well, my internet's really slow right now. Kyle was saying his internet's slow. But I think Restream's like always slow, so I don't know. Alright, sweet. So yeah, I'll wait for that to load. Alright. Yes, that's your change there, so let's pull that down. Oh yeah, and also I got MakerLog integrated now, so it should show that I'm live here. That's awesome. That's cool. Alright, so this is the new section that Kyle just added. So I'm just gonna adjust the copy a little bit. This is gonna be, and then obviously the featured podcasts, but and I guess we still need to make the page, so let's see. I wish I had the chat open right now. Can this please work? Link component. Yeah, so do we just want to push this out without this button? Because we don't have like the page to show all of the podcasts that we have, or do we just want to build that out this week and push it out? Because I just want to push something out. I don't know if we'll push it out tonight or what. But yeah, so the only thing I think here is the copy right now. So this is in landing. Featured sites. I don't know if Leon's gonna help with this copy as well. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking without the button. Okay, yeah, I gotcha. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't think it's gonna be that hard to do. Um, but yeah. So maybe this can say like great. I don't want to say like we a lot here. And we love to show off all the great podcasts we support. I also wanted this to be on 2 lines. Let's say maybe just great podcasts are hosted on Iron Mic, and we'll have to show them, or great podcasts. We'll have to show them support or show them off, and yeah, and we love to show them off. Why is this complaining? There we go. Oh, and then this goes to a new line, so maybe check out... Could this just say featured podcasts, or maybe our favorite podcasts? Something like that. What do you think about that? And then I think this is fine, posted on the CDN. So what was the other one? The other one was testing, I think. I think just testing like that. Yeah, so there's that one. Why is this still not loading? Maybe I'll just open Twitch chat. Might have to do that. Where's the chat? Yeah, it's a Twitch chat only for now. Yeah, you're talking about something about schools or something like that. Yeah, reimagine schools. That's a good one. So does this have it? I think they all have a dash. And then what's the last one? Straight from the Sack. They've been a good supporter. That's kind of a funny name too, so. And they all use a dark theme, I noticed, right? So this one does. Testing does not, but it really fits in with their kind of theme here, so. And it's pretty active as well. So yeah, and I think this is good for the order. So the 2 whites kind of, you know, separated the ones with like more color here. That sounded weird, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I think that's good. We obviously want to link it. So we don't actually need to use the... Right, yeah, we don't need to use the link here. It's gonna link to like technically external sites. I don't remember the domains. Everyone has story. I'll also don't want to type all of that. Testing. I guess let's see if that works. Yes, I think that's good. And then probably need alternate text on the images. So everyone has a story. Testing. Reimagine schools. Straight from the sack. Did I link this twice? No, I'm good. I wonder, is this responsive already? Yo, Ben, what up, man? Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Nice. Yeah, good job on this, Kyle. Then yeah, I think left aligned. Everything's left aligned, right? So yeah, so I think even this is good. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, man, I'm just working on some new Iron Mic features. I haven't like worked on Iron Mic too much, and I think it's the first time besides. When did I stream? On Sunday? Yeah, besides Sunday, like I've never really streamed Iron Mic, so I want to like make it kind of more open from here. And then for this, let me just top right. I think we can just comment this out for now. And then later, once we add that, I think it's pretty good. So I wanted to tweet, as part of Dev Discuss, I wanted to tweet something. Normally they like ask you to share your accomplishments or something like that. Yeah, this one. So I want to say, because we just recorded a podcast. Recorded my first podcast episode with a guest. You're asking Ben, Kyle? Curve first with a guest. Thanks, Kyle, for joining Sunny Commutes. So I'm talking about good enough. Oh, thanks, Ben. Yeah, so I think landing page is good, right? Yeah, I've been busy with work too. Like I've been working on like some tools and stuff, but we also had a big release as well. I'm assuming this is like a copy, right? There's a lot of unused imports here. this one we are gonna use button link. Yes, that's fine. So I think landing page is good. Fix copy and add featured podcasts. It's about 10, so I'll probably stream for at least half an hour. So there is one thing I wanted to fix. Let's see. Oh, sweet, thanks, Kyle. Yeah, I keep forgetting to share to Maker's Kitchen. Alright, so the two features I worked on Sunday. Oh, so adding it to other pages, but I want to really fix this bug first. That's kind of my main priority right now. So yeah, so let me log in. Assuming my user is still here, I'm not sure. Okay, so that's still there. Yeah, so that bug, like with, if you remove it, can't save it. And you refresh, it's still there. So, close everything. Let's edit podcast form. I need to somehow, I mean, I could, I guess, remove it completely. This pristine. I might have removed it at some point, I'm not sure. But that could be a quick fix there. Wrong with that. But then, like, if you remove this, you can save and then refresh, and it's gone. So, I don't know, I feel like that's fine, honestly. Oh, with the host, that's where I fixed it. I was wondering, like, because I thought I fixed this issue before, and I think it was the same thing. Or maybe not. How did I fix it here? Because I think it was with this, but the difference is, like, I'm not removing any fields. So I think it just fixed that field. But that's enough. That's fine for me for here. So yeah, that's an easy fix. So fix unable to remove fields and save. So yeah. And I guess now I can just also move it to the episode pages now. Because that is going to be pretty important. So yes, this support thing, this is what I added on Sundays. I added these two support icons here, this whole thing. But then, yeah, most people are probably going to have one. Like, so I don't have Patreon right now. So boom, I can just remove that, save it. And yeah, and I also need to see if that's going to be a problem. But the whole thing becomes a button. Let me actually set that to my real username. If I click that, it goes to my support page. So yeah. But we do want this to be like on the bottom here, so I'm gonna refactor this to a separate component. I should support myself, yeah. So let's see how difficult this is gonna be. I don't think it will. Wait a minute. I don't know why I closed. Did I close the wrong thing? Oh no, I never opened it, that's why. So Kyle actually, he actually just built in the thing I was just showing. And we just did a podcast together, so. Yeah, Kyle just added this section right here. I just changed the copy and the content. And there's gonna be a new podcast as well. Yeah. Alright, podcast. So we're gonna make a new component. I'm gonna say, I'll call this support. Say podcast support. No, support podcast. Alright, so this is in podcast info, I believe. And yeah, I refactored all of this stuff, but just not in all the files, so it's a little crazy at the moment. This is not going to have any state. So support podcast. And then how do we want this to work? We'll probably accept props for the Patreon username and Anchor support. I know one you're gonna recommend, like the React, the one where it like generates the boilerplate, right? Yeah, but VS Code I think has built-in snippets. I just need to set it up properly for the way I want it. But what's the first one though? Path IntelliSense. I think I already have this, don't I? Are you talking about for imports, or because imports already has IntelliSense. Oh, okay, I see. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's legit. Yeah. So does it do the? Does it do like a relative path after you save it? Or how does that work? Does like expand it? Yeah, I'll definitely to install that one. That's pretty legit. Kinda want to install it now, honestly. So let's see. So this is not going to come from podcast. This has support networks. There's only one support. A support or one support network URL. Yep. I'll be able to remove that, and then I can just have this do an implicit return, I think it's called. So then we need to move this whole thing. Now if there is no, so we can do this. So if there's no support networks, just return null. Then we continue. And the way this will work. So support podcast. We'll say, I don't know, maybe we should just pass the whole podcast. We'll do this actually. We'll pass all podcast data as like a prop. So yes, that's how that's gonna work. Yeah, it's pretty legit. Yeah, I know about the restart. I just don't want to like learn how, like I don't want to waste time setting it up. Unless like you don't have to set up a config or anything, and it just knows what's what. So now, oh nice, it's just those two, so that's good. Copy that. Now this might be the wrong path. Maybe? I guess not. And $sign from React Weather. Then eventually we'll import. This might be a good time to like organize this. Yeah, we'll do that. Wait, this is like pretty annoying having to type all of that out. Okay, so we're importing container, heading, avatar, spacing. Star from star. Yeah. I wish that was like you know, we didn't have to like care about the performance or anything. That'd be legit. Modal consumer. Do I export that in components? Oh, that's kind of annoying. Oh, it's UI, that's why. So modal consumer would do export. Consumer subscribe modal is, so this is actually the global components. I think accessible text. Export that as well. Webpack config that adds to your index. Oh, that's interesting. So essentially it's like, kind of just automates it for you. That's pretty cool. I'll definitely look into that. So these are the local components. Accessible text, and then we'll import podcast. Well, podcast support is actually not in that. It's in this one, right? I think it is. A support podcast. Yeah, so that's used now. Cool. This is all gonna get prettified once I get it ready. So let's just copy this whole thing. We'll remove these two. I will need darken from polished. Accessible text. And I think this one's wrong. Yeah, this is UI. Alright, so no errors so far. Because I'm on the wrong page. Yeah, I was not expecting that to work the first time. Let's see. Some exporting, that's fine. Exporting default, support podcast. This might not be declared. Yeah, so that's not declared. Alright, sweet, we got that working. So now this is like just a single import, and we can pass the whole podcast. So essentially this is like on podcast we obviously have like podcast.patreon username. So we're just like using the spread operator on that. So now on the episode pages, how do you pronounce that? Tekest? So are you using a third-party UI library? Is accessible text coming from? No, so this is all custom, actually. So it's not like Bootstrap or Material or anything like that. It's just all custom. Kyle McDonald in the chat actually designed and made these components. Now, accessible text, I took this from somewhere. Let's see. Oh, so this I actually took from Bootstrap, I believe. So I just created like a React component out of it. So instead of doing like normally you'd have span class equals SR only, that's like a Bootstrap class. So this won't be shown to like visual users. So instead it's just, accessible text. And that's a styled component, React component. So that's all there is to that. And it's just like CSS and like Flexbox. It's pretty easy to make your own component library, honestly. And you can make it as flexible as you want. So it's kind of the thought process behind that. So we got podcast info. Now I don't remember like where this comes from. So we got the back to home header. I think it's an episode info. Yeah, no problem, man. So yeah, I think this is an episode info that's right here. So I think the same way I have that here below the image. The interesting part is this is within information layout avatar. So I'll have to move this logic in here. And then support podcast is obviously not imported. Boom. Yeah, hell yeah. Alright, so we got it on the episode page. I don't know if, is it going to be responsive? That's not responsive, but I know the issue. So on episode info, the avatar, there should be a min height. Let me close this. Alright, so it's good now. And this is like, actually I edited this on my main site, but it's not supposed to be this way. So normally it would look something like this. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. It's pretty much the same as the homepage. And I guess we can throw it on like the other pages. I mean, we don't really show the avatar there. No, I think it's good. It's pretty much that. Yeah. No, like I still have YouTube Premium, I guess it is now, YouTube Red. And that's included, so like until they kill it off, there's no point for me to use it. I tried it for like, I don't know, 2 weeks, a month. But yeah, let me try this. I'm gonna do the production build. I think it's just yarn build. So you might notice like when I refresh, it just kind of, the style flashes a little bit. Flash of one style text. So I want to make sure that's not a production thing. And I think there's like a new Next.js version, right? I think there's like some performance improvements. Yeah, so we should upgrade to that at some point. I might try it out here in a bit. But I also need to edit the podcast, so perhaps not. Yeah, build time, massive build time. Ooh, this is what we need. Build time, memory consumption. Yeah. Oh hell yeah. Okay, this is what was like causing the memory leak issues when we were building. Well, not really a memory leak, but the increased RAM. Hell yeah. It says it's compiled. Yeah, so it's still building, that's the annoying part. Oh, because it's a server, so it's still compiling the client, and that just takes forever, so it might be time to upgrade. But yeah. Don't you love like when you make an abstraction as just like boom, all of this code just becomes this one line? It's pretty awesome. Yeah, look at that. In Next.js 8, the hooks, or in the one after this, there's nothing about hooks. But I guess what's the difference between like, I mean, can't you just use the latest React? Or maybe there's some server-side rendering stuff that Next.js needs to support. Yeah, because the cool part is like, so I have like this component here, right? And it looks like a finished building, but I have this component here. But let's say like I wanted some state when you like click on something and it updates something, right? The cool part is like you don't have to change this from a function. You can just say like, you know, whatever state, set state equals use state. Like that's the cool part, I think. It's a lot of magic, but it's still pretty neat. Okay, so, oh, and then I do yarn start. That does the node server. Okay, so why does that not work? Episodes, podcasts. Yeah, the slug is Sunny Commutes. I wonder... Huh. Why does that not work? Okay, let me sign in and then preview, I guess. And we should fix the sticky footer. Okay, so that's not logging in. That's interesting. Oh, because it's the production API. That's why. Okay, that's why. But is it not the same env that I have? I'm not gonna open it, but that's weird. Like, is it hitting the production API? Make sure I'm not taking anything down. This still works, right? Alright, so we're still good. Let's see. That's hitting localhost. Oh, but it's still 4,000. That's why. I'm gonna say it's fine. Once I push it up, it'll be fine. So it's not a huge deal. Like one thing I guess I can do. Open up the server. And then one way that I test this, I always forget. I think that's this. Like in const domain equals Sunny Commutes .fm, and then I can add the domain here. Save that. Okay, so now it should show my site. Guess not. It's still hitting localhost. Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, we'll leave that. undo that. That's normally how I test the custom domains there. So I think we're good. Refactor, or let's create support podcast component, add to episode pages. Yeah, test in production, that's right. That's why I think, like, why, like, do we need QA? Because you have customers, right? If you have users, you don't need QA. Just let them test it. Yeah, why is Leon not joining? Like, it's not every day that I stream, you know? Yeah, it's almost 11. So I think we're gonna hop off. I might be able to, let's see, how do I, yeah, because I have to push up the API first, run the migrate. Apparently do I even have the API running? I think that's why we're having issues this whole time. Well, there's no way, I must have been running the API, right? Oh, damn. Okay, well, maybe we might push out the podcast later. Or I'll just edit at like 12 or something. I'll see if I can push this out then. Let's see. So I think it's git push Flynn master. I think. No, that's not the. No, it's more complicated than that. So I can't really deploy it on stream because I'll reveal some of the secret keys and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else to add? I can set up, I guess, the landing page. Like set up the data on that page. Oh, I need to change that. That's not the tweet that I want. But yeah. Okay, so the Docker was already running. That's crazy. So yeah, let's set up a new page. Just gonna close all of this. So I'll copy one of these. It's gonna be a new marketing page, so I guess like this might be alright. Why is it not letting me? Oh, because I'm copying into the same. Oh, it's not letting me copy a page. What's up with, oh, there we go. Okay. What are we gonna call this? Just podcast, maybe? I don't even know if I'm allowed to import nothing. container. Yeah. Obviously not going to be the final copy or anything like that. I might have to reload. From the landing page. Oh, from the top of their sites. Or just do the cover art. I wonder. Because it's, instead of like, so I think like on the landing page, just the covers work well. But on the podcast list page, you probably want like some more context on each podcast. So maybe be like one or two in one row with the title and like short description or something. I don't know. But their descriptions aren't always short, so that's the thing. I don't know. We can work with different things. Because normally, like, you know, like these, for example, the title is in the cover art, so probably are okay. The other thing I want to test, does the API even like support the local or the public podcasts? Alright, so this is obviously like mine was the first one here, but it's only showing one. So if I do skip one, forget the way this works. Limit 10. Oh, because there's only one podcast locally. Let me make some more. I'm like, what the hell? Let's say test. We'll import Leon's podcast. I don't even think Leon has like posted recently, has he? Guess we'll find out right now. Gonna shame him live on stream. Also because he hasn't joined the stream, so it's perfect. Ah, really? Damn. Yeah, it's fine. What's tomorrow? Wednesday? I can publish it tomorrow night actually, or evening or something like that too. Or it'll just come out on Thursday morning. It's not a big deal. Yeah, that's why I don't like doing these types of episodes in November, so last year. Like getting back into the groove and then, stop posting again. But now we have 2 podcasts here. So, if we say, let's say if we like limited 1. Say skip 1, this should show, Leon's here. If we had like more data here. So we should be able to, since component, forget what this is. No, it's like initial props or something like that. Let's look at, get initial props, that's what it is. But what's a good example? No, I might have to get that one. Kyle, if you want, you can also see if you can upload it overnight. And then I can just wake up early and edit it in the morning. This doesn't have to be fancy, so let's just do this. And I believe we don't even have to do that because it's already a sync. Yeah, normally I have the Taco Bell internet. Stop stealing my Taco Bell internet. API from... It's been so long. API, I guess. Is that what it is, though? Yeah, default is API. Oh, so this is actually named export. So the query, we don't really need a query here. Like maybe a limit, I guess. But I think there's a default there. And then error not found, I think it's like from utils or something like that. Utils page. It's been a long time. Error status. Okay, error not found. Cool. Actually, for this would probably want as like, so it's like podcast equals await, and then podcast will be the prop. And let's just log it for now. Oh, and then need to add that to routes. So actually I guess I should go after landing. Podcasts. Okay, sweet. So we just logged this. Yeah, and we have all the podcasts here. Yeah, so the default limit is 10. So actually I should probably... Okay, that's a good idea. So I think you can do skip this way. Or is it query? It might be query. If you want to skip, like, you know, to the next, like, page. But it's per podcast, so if you want to skip just one podcast, yeah, it just shows Leon's here. So skip here. So I'll just put like all of these here, and I'll branch out for this as well. But you know, you can just mess around with this. Yeah, so skip and limit. That's how you do the pagination. So 0, obviously. Is it not an array? I thought it was an array. What's going on? No, it's an implicit return. So if I did curlies, then I'd have to do return, but if you do just brackets, so it's like an inline function. Like I can do like inline like that. But no, podcast is not even an array. Because it's an object and then an array? Oh, data, that's why. Okay. So this is podcast like response. So we can return. Let me do podcasts. Podcast response.data. Yeah, there we go. So we got the title here. And like anything on, you know, whatever comes from the API. So database fields pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. You can do stuff like, you know, I don't know, like trim track text or something, right? Like blah dot. I don't know, you get the point. You can do like a quick one-liner. But I think that's it for that. I don't know what ANSI colors are. But let me make a branch for this. So create new branch, feature, podcasts page. Yeah, good enough. So add podcast page, work in progress. Yeah, Def Flynn, that's what I was looking for. Because Flynn would have been like production. I don't really want to push to that just yet. So that's it. Yeah, so it's on feature podcast page, branch. Do I feel streaming increases my productivity? Yeah, because like normally I focus on just like what I'm working on, because I can't just goof off. I mean, I guess you could say that I'm goofing off on Slack and like Twitter sometimes, but yeah, it helps me focus on what I'm working on, and also having people watch can help debugging or just talk, bounce ideas around. It's almost like pair programming in a sense. But it's like with, you know, this is like literally what I just tweeted about today. About CodeBee. Yeah, it's like pair program with the community. So do people actually write that? That you need like a CS degree and or a job posting or whatever? Well, not a job, but like obviously they normally put that there, but I guess when they reach out to you, they ask if you have a degree. That'd be kind of weird. And this is kind of what we talked about today on the podcast. Alright, do we have like viewers? Okay, we got a couple viewers, that's cool. Do you guys have any questions before I head out? Kind of sucks. I know people watch on Twitter too. This looks terrible, so we'll definitely have to, you know, fix the copy. Yeah, Restream for some reason, absolutely terrible for just being slow. Well, now it's good, so. By the way, Kyle or anyone in this stream, what do you think of like the new setup? Because before I had I was using my MacBook webcam. It was kind of awkward because I couldn't like look at the camera without like turning my whole head and body. So yeah, I think it's like more of a natural kind of look, I guess. I don't know. And I got this like microphone arm, so I can just kind of move this. You can see that, Well, I'm thinking of getting like not a green screen, but just kind of like, I don't know, like what would you call it? Like a backdrop. So yeah, kind of like a backdrop. Just kind of like two poles on left and right. But yeah, kind of it'd be nice to have like that kind of like studio setup, I guess. Like I wonder, is there backdrops setting? I don't really want it to like hang from the ceiling though. I know some people do it that way. But yeah, I think I'm gonna log off though. So thanks for tuning in. Very kind of, you know, late minute impromptu stream. But we'll have some new features pushed out on Iron Mic some point tomorrow probably, if not later in the week. But everything's ready. We're just gonna test a little bit in development and staging, and then we'll push it out. Yeah, so that'll be live soon. You'll have like a nice support, you know, button here, and then featured podcasts on the homepage. So yeah, all right. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.